Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of the world. We brought the flag of Worldloppet to Ushuaia, the door to Antarctica. And now it's time for another episode of Gunnar's Nordic Adventures, this time from the end of the world. And before we are going to ski the Ushuaialoppet, we will experience this extraordinary place. We're going to experience Ushuaia in 3 different ways: by foot, by ship, and later by train. So follow me on another episode of Gunnar's Nordic Adventures, this time from the end of the world. Let's do this! A short walk through the city center downtown of Ushuaia, and you're most likely to start your walk here at this sign, the letters of Ushuaia, the top touristic stop here. You almost get no chance to take your picture here. You have to wait for your turn. It's located only like 5 minutes outside of the city. A nice walk over here. So let's start your journey here. From that sign back there, you will stroll back direction city center, the ocean on the one hand, and on the other side, the astonishing mountain views. The whole city is surrounded by mountains. After just a few hundred meters, you would see the next icon, the next side of the city, an old shipwreck. The ship obviously is not in use anymore, only for tourists to take their pictures. So definitely also a must visit to take your photos for friends and family. Now we're leaving the shoreline. I'm moving up the hill a little bit to the city center, or let's say the main street. The main street and the port are basically the city center. 80,000 inhabitants here in Ushuaia, but also lots of tourists, especially those going to Antarctica. It's the door to Antarctica. All the cruises there are starting here, but also a lot of winter sports enthusiasts, skiers, snowboarders, and once a year, cross-country skiers from all over the world to do the Ushuaialoppet. There is one tourist attraction you for sure don't want to miss: a cruise to the Beagle Channel. And this is exactly what we are going to do right now. There is the catamaran to a tour through the Beagle Channel. During this trip, you'll also stop at an island for a short trip. There is our boat. Here's the island. Let's have a walk. There are many different tour operators offering these trips, catamaran trips through the Beagle Channel. This one lasts about 3 hours, several stops. Now we even got off the boat for 20 minutes something for a short walk on one of the islands, and you got to see the wildlife here. Ushuaia, sea lions, penguins, cormorants, different birds. So it's definitely worth it. And the big highlight of this boat trip, of course, is the light tower at the end of the world. Of course, everything is at the end of the world here. And this is where we are heading right now, at the island in my back. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the light tower at the end of the world. That was the boat cruise through the Beagle Channel. Definitely a must-do when you go to the Ushuaialoppet. And now it's time to head to the third way of transportation to experience the region. Let's do this! I'm here at the station of the train to the end of the world. Let's go inside and get our tickets. So this whole train ride takes you about 1 hour 45, 2 hours, depending, one stop. You pay about 20-25 euros entrance for the national park, and then another 45 euros approximately for the train ticket, the normal fare. If you want to have the luxury version with food and so on, then it's about 100 euros. You will have 2 stops, one longer stop, quite in the beginning, where you have the chance to get souvenirs and take your pictures and just check out the national park. And then the second stop at the end of the whole trip, and then you go back. And it's just amazing to experience this national park with a slow and nice train trip. And the history with these trains is quite interesting. They were used for the prisoners here. So they came out there to do their work, woodwork. And now we use it. And this train is pulled by steam locomotives, so quite interesting. And look at these awesome views out there. It's so cool. So let's get out of this. The travel with the train to the end of the world. So now we have experienced Ushuaia, like by foot, by ship, by train, and now it's time to ski the tracks here. Let's go to Tierra and ski the Ushuaialoppet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's race morning of Ushuaialoppet. Here we go. The bus is here. Let's move.
Nos vamos, let's go, bye bye.
Morning. You still look happy, guys.
You make it extra, yeah?
So, bus arrived in Tierra and we get a nice welcome with rain and snow. So the bus ride is about half an hour. It's so good that they're taking care of the international skiers. You don't have to take care of your own transportation. You have a bus ride up here. How are you feeling about the race? Huh?
I feel good. I like to ski in the rain.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So the great thing is right next to the start and finish area is this awesome facility here with food, coffee, toilets. There's even a fire here. So it's warm, cozy to get dressed, and you go right to the start line, like 50 meters, 100 meters. Meet with me, Diego, from the organizing committee. So how are the tracks?
A little bit difficult today because of the weather, but we hope you enjoy it anyway.
We for sure will. So how tough was the work overnight to make this thing happen this time?
It was really hard. We've been working like from 3 a.m. and started to put all the things together from 6 a.m. So it was tough, but hope everything will be fine today.
Let's do this. I'm a little late, like always.
I'm with you.
Okay, I'm not the only one who's late, that's good. And the good thing here is it's quite a family situation. So they would probably wait for us for the start. Oh man, that's definitely not the conditions for the most beautiful day of skiing out there, but we're outdoor sportsmen. What a start. Quite hectic. It was storming, raining. I lost my glove. I lost my glasses, but now I got everything back and we're on track. I'm all on my own now, but let's go for it. That's good. Tough conditions, really tough conditions, but a beautiful course. How is that working? It's raining, it's snowing, it's windy, and back there is sunshine. How could it be? Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, that was a tough one, but we made it. And you see the Worldloppet flag in the finish here. Great job, cool race, awesome. Finished. That was definitely a tough one, wow. But not only for us, look behind me, the volunteers, the organizers. They're doing such a great job. I mean, it's a miracle that we had a race at all today. The track, they made everything possible. And the organizers are still out there cheering for everyone, awaiting everyone in the finish. So that's really good job here.
Ushuaia Loppet should definitely be on your bucket list. Traveling to the end of the world, to the door to Antarctica, is a thing for itself already, but having the chance to get a stamp in your Worldloppet passport here in Tierra del Fuego at the end of the world is definitely a special thing. So this should be on your bucket list. For me now, it's time to relax a little bit, and tomorrow I have one last day here to experience something, and then I will fly back home and get ready for another Worldloppet winter in Europe. So stay tuned for another episode of Gunnar's Nordic Adventures.
Change of plans before we hop on the train. First some physical exercise again. A small hike up to the glacier here, the glacier Martial. You have the sea back there, and then you turn around and you have this mountain range here, and that's all glacier. It's an easy hike. Just come up here with the car to the parking lot, and then you have a hike of about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, up to 2 hours depending on where you go. So really recommendable if you stay some more days here in Ushuaia. Now we brought the flag of Worldloppet not only to the end of the world, to Ushuaia, but also on top here, Glacier Martial here in the back. Awesome mountain range. I mean, I'm from Austria and I'm used to the Alps, so to mountain views, but this is something different. The mountains back there, the glacier, and in the back, the sea. That's just awesome. And now the Worldloppet flag was here. Duty fulfilled. Let's go home.